Yo guys, welcome back to CP Gaming. We are back with another TEW save. Thanks for everyone that's going to watch this. Finally back, finally got some inspiration to do this again. Hopefully we can have a long series this time. I know my last series did quite well, the TNA one. But then, just life takes over, doesn't it? So hopefully you guys are here for the ride this time around again. And as you can see, we are going to be WCW. And this is where Shane has just taken over. So it's the Here Comes the Money mod. And the aim of this is to just take WCW to where they should have got to when they had that hype. Yeah, so we're going to start quite low with compared to talent, but that's pretty good because then we can build up, bring people in that we want, keep an eye out for them free agents that come up, and hopefully over time we take over WWE. And as you can see, we are starting with a pay-per-view, and it is WCW's Big Bang. Now, I'm not going to go through my roster because I've done that already off stream. Usually I do that and I go through it, but this time I thought I'd do it off stream, set everything up, and we'll get straight into a show for this episode. Obviously, there's going to be some surprises along the way. I'm not going to spoil anything like that. As you can see from my previous videos, I don't really go through anything like that. I like to keep the suspense there. That's what keeps people coming back, and, that's what wrestling's all about. We've got through that period of time where the internet leaks everything now. Gone are the days of the surprise returns at the Rumble. When CM Punk turns up in Chicago, but you see all the signs for CM Punk. We know he's turning up. Brock Lesnar just recently returned. There was signs in the crowd for Brock Lesnar. Kind of a giveaway, So yeah, without further ado, we will get into this show. As you can see, we are going to be in the Mid-Atlantic at the Charlotte Coliseum. We do have some pay-per-view holders here. So without further ado, we will get into this show. And we kick off WCW Bang in front of 20,606 people. What a way to start a return for WCW. And in this match, in a poor pre-show match, Romeo and Skipper defeated 3 count in 11 minutes 36 when Elix Skipper pinned Evan Courageous with an overdrive. Kid Romeo was the weakest link. He struggled to keep up with everyone in the ring. Shannon Moore gets a 50. Evan Courageous gets a 50. Elix Skipper gets a 47. And Kid Romero gets a 36. And as you can see there, Joey Styles has debuted his commentator gimmick. He has got an initial rating of great. On the commentary table, we will have Joey Styles and Mike Tenay. I believe it was Mike Tenay. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. So wrestling gets a 46, crowd ring gets a 28, and the segment gets a decent 50 rating. So pretty decent, yeah? Move on to the next one. Let me turn this down. You don't want to hear the clicking, do we? In another pre-show bout in a singles match, in a poor pre-show match, Hugh Morris defeated AJ Styles in 11:43 by pinfall with a moonsault. Hugh Morris had an in-ring performance of 51. AJ Styles had a 41. AJ Styles debuted his arrogant gimmick and got an initial rating of very good. Mickey J has debuted his referee gimmick and got an initial rating of awful. Obviously, we did hire some new road agents and some new referees. AJ Styles benefited from having a hot new move. Wonder what that move would have been. Wrestling got a 46, crowd rating 27, and another decent pre-show rating of 47. We then move into our last pre-show match of the night, where we have, in the pre-show match that had a decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Mike Sanders defeated BG James and Jamie Noble in 14 minutes 17, with Mike Sanders pinned Jamie Noble with a 3.0. In terms of in-ring work, BG James was head and shoulders above everyone else. Mike Sanders was the weakest link. Interesting. BG James for 56. Jamie Noble had an in-ring performance of 47. Mike Sanders had a 34. BG James has debuted his degenerate gimmick and got a very good. Scott James debuted his retired wrestler gimmick and got a very good. And Mike Sanders' creative finish was a success. It will help towards the segment. So again, wrestling 46, crowd 38, and another decent 50 segment rating. So now we move in to the main show. Big Bang kicks off with a new era in WCW with the new owner Shane McMahon and Eric Bischoff making their way down to the ring. Shane grabs a mic and he addresses the crowd. Shane McMahon says, "Welcome to WCW. We are back with a big bang." Yes, pun intended. Yes, McMahon now owns WCW, but lucky for you guys, it's the right McMahon. My father would have killed WCW off, but oh no, here we are here to stay and fight the good fight and lay some smackdown on my father. Again, pun intended. Now I know all of you have questions about my involvement, and I'm here to let you know the day-to-day running of the company will be led by none other than Mr. Eric Bischoff. Billionaire Ted is gone, but we will be stronger and we will be better. Eric Bischoff. It's a good to be back, baby. With Shane now running things, we're in a more stable place than we ever have been. And moving forward, we're going to bring you the best show we possibly can. And don't forget, we did 84 weeks once upon a time. Now, without further delay, let's get this show on the road with none other than the United States title match. So these guys have come out to a massive pop. Shane McMahon now owns WCW. He will be a part of it, but the day-to-day running is going to be from Eric Easy Bischoff. This segment gets a beautiful 70. I like it when it's in green like that. Eric Bischoff has debuted his Weasel gimmick and got a very good. Shane McMahon invented a new catchphrase that will likely boost his ability on the mic, as he's now a go-to line. Shane McMahon did a masterful job of improvising. Shane McMahon benefited from having a ground well public support. Angle got the crowd hotter, and this angle got the show off to a great start. So we kick off our first match in the new era of WCW with a United States title match. And we all know who holds that at the end of WCW. It was none other than Booker T. But who is he facing? In a good match, Buff Bagwell defeated Rob Van Dam and Booker T in 11 minutes 12 seconds when Buff Bagwell pinned Rob Van Dam with a blockbuster. During the match, we also had Stevie Ray distract Booker T. Buff Bagwell wins the WCW United States title. Buff Bagwell was the weakest link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. That's quite a lot to go through here. Buff Bagwell had an in-ring performance of 56. Rob Van Dam had 72 and Booker T 74. Rob Van Dam had debuted his All Effing Show, got a great. Stevie Ray debuted his Sucker gimmick, got a great. And the storyline has moved forward. Quite a few nice greens there. Booker T benefit from being the flavour of the month. Confusingly, Booker T and Paisley on different sides of the face, heel divide. We will sort that out. Wrestling rating of 67. Very nice. Crowd rating of 56. And a segment rating of 56. One thing to pick up from here is Stevie Ray distracting Booker T. Booker T loses his United States Championship in the very first match. Where do we go from there? We cut to a brand new commentary team. of Joey Styles and Scott Hudson. No Mike Tenay to be seen. Joey Styles. Scott, I can't believe what we just saw. Stevie distracted Booker along Buff, allowing Buff to pick up the win and the United States Championship. Joey, I am flabbergasted at what I just saw, and you can see by Booker's face he was too. These guys were like brothers. I don't think this is the last thing we are going to hear of this. Segment gets a 45 rating. So yeah, my bad for not knowing who my commentary team was. That's a good start, isn't it? But Joey Styles and Scott Hudson are the new faces of WCW commentary. We then move into a singles match, and in a poor match, LA Parker defeated Tajiri in 15 minutes by pinfall with a corkscrew senton bomb. 43 wrestling, 30 crowd, and a poor 35 segment rating. LA Parker had a 42, Tajiri 43. These guys don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. Of the terrifying match outside of the pre-show between workers they don't really invest in, so neither of these guys were recognisable or they don't really care about them. I thought it would be a better match, but you know, they don't click, so we know we don't put them together again. We live and we learn. Move on to the next segment, where we see David Flair and Tori Wilson. We cut to a backstage segment where we see David Flair with his new manager, Tori Wilson. David Flair says, "I'm sick of being overlooked by everyone within this company, and others. For God's sake, I'm a Flair. I should be the first name on the card every time. But no, I'm forgotten about, and moving forward, that will change, especially with Tori by my side. I am making my way to the ring right now, and I challenge anyone in that locker room to come out and face me and get a lesson in wrestling." The storyline You Are Not Entitled has moved forward this with a 37 segment rating. No. Right on cue, my game decides to freeze. It's never a good sign, is it? And we did miss one. Okay, I will go back through that at the end. I will show you the result. It was basically David Flair versus Lance Storm, I believe it was. Yeah, hopefully it had a good segment. Right on cue, a little freeze and a double click. Great first video. We then have a pre-tape sit down with Eric Bischoff with the executives of Showtime TV. WCW signs a new TV deal for Nitro for Wednesday nights. 77 rating. We will have Nitro on Wednesday nights. We then move into a fatal four-way where in a decent match, Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeated Billy Kidman, Juventud Guerrero and Shane Helms in 15 minutes when Chavo Guerrero pinned Juventud Guerrero with a tornado DDT. The match was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. Chavo Guerrero Jr. wins the WCW World Cruiserweight title. 56 wrestling, 41 crowd and a 61 segment rating. That rating got a lot better than I thought it would actually do. I'm super happy with that one. Billy Kidman gets a 55, Guerrero 57, Guerrero Jr. a 52, and Shane Helms a 60. So yeah, we have two new champions tonight. And Chavo Guerrero Jr. is your new Cruiserweight champion. We cut to an in-ring promo with Conan. And he says, "Hola, this is..." Absolute terrible, I know. I'm sorry. It's about time you understand that I'm not a guy to be played with. And with my new connections, we will be coming for them tag team titles in the near future. So whoever wins tonight, I feel real sorry for your asses. Conan's debuted his Latino gimmick. Very good. That's not good. Conan penalised due to effects of going through personal issues. So Conan moving forward will have his own little group as standard, as done for a long time. But we don't know who it is yet. 47 rating. The camera then pans to a figure in the rafters dressed in black, but the camera can't quite get to see who it is. The crowd starts shouting, singing, Sting. But is it Sting? Who could be in the rafters? Who's watching tonight's show from a distance? We will have to wait and see. 41 segment rating. And then we had an angle backstage where we saw Chuck Palumbo, Sean O'Haire and Stacy Keibler. Stacy Keibler is the new manager of the tag team champions. And moving forward, that can only be great for them. 48 segment rating. Sean O'Haire benefit from being the flavour of the month. The Natural Born Thrillers. Have they just become stronger? And in a match where they defend their tag team titles, they had a decent reaction from the crowd, but Superpower Wrestling Natural Born Thrillers defeated the Nasty Boys in 11 minutes when Sean O'Haire pinned Brian Oz with a Swanton Bomb. It makes defense number 1 of their WCW World Tag Team titles. 44 wrestling segment, 35 crowd rating, 50 segment rating overall. 48 for O'Haire, 50 for Palumbo, 40 for Jerry Sags, 37 for Brian Knobbs. And again, we're going to have to check that out. Confusing Chuck Palumbo, Stacey on the wrong sides. We will double check that and we will sort that out. So the Nasty Boys came in and get a title shot. To be fair, the tag division in WCW at this point is absolutely non-existent. So I'll just hide these guys for the first night. Probably going to use them moving forward. But the Natural Born Thrillers now have Stacy Keibler by their side. We then cut backstage where we see an angry Booker T. Stevie. What the hell was that, man? We are brothers. We used to run this place. You're going to do me like that and cost me my gold. Please let me know why. I will come and find out why, my brother. Anyway, I have my world heavyweight title match against DDP right now. I don't have time for this. 76 segment rating. Pretty decent rating there. Booker T doing well on the mic, as he always used to do. But then we move into the main event of the night. Booker T versus DDP for the world heavyweight title. And then about that fantastic heat and good wrestling, Booker T defeated Diamond Dallas Page in 27 minutes 40 seconds by pinfall with a scissors kick. During the match, we also had Stevie Ray distract Booker T. Booker T makes defense number 1 of the WCW World Heavyweight title. Wrestling rating of 72, crowd reaction of 72, segment rating a beautiful 69. Diamond Dallas Page had an in-ring performance of 67, Booker T a 76. So in this segment again, in a long match, Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, Stevie Ray distracts Booker T again, nearly costing him the world title this time. But somehow Booker T prevails and he goes away with the gold. I really doubt this is the end of the Booker T and Stevie Ray issue. I believe that was a decent show, guys. We will finish the show and see the segment rating. We get a 68, which is not too bad. Show lost its popularity in 2 regions. It also increased our popularity in 15 regions. We all gained 1 popularity in Canadian growth, but restricted to limited. What did we get for... We got a 59 for the Landstorm David Flair, which is not too bad. Best segment of the night, 78 for McMahon. Best match of the night was the 69. Yes, 69 from Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page. For the first show, I don't think that's too bad. There's not much to work with at the minute. There's a lot of new hirings. Obviously, moving forward, we've got to build up to shows. Next episode, I'll probably show you a bit around the offices and stuff, and then we'll get to a show. If you guys want to see that, or let me know, do you guys actually just want to see the shows? Again, for you guys that have made it to the end, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. The more you do that, the more this gets out, the bigger we can get, the more I can put on. Till next time, guys, I've been CP Gaming, and you've been great.